Hi, the class has been started 5 minutes late. So, anyways, so today our topic is welding, right? Just so already I have been discussed about the welding definition. So, welding is the process of joining two similar or dissimilar metals and with or without application of pressure and with or without application of filler material. So, in this, the main classification, so welding is a permanent joint. Already we have been say about these things. Welding is a permanent joint. So, why we are preferring this welding is to make a complete standard joint. We are making these joints, this welding process. So coming to the process, we are having so many methods. We are having so many methods. Coming to that, so it is used in manufacturing bodies, aircraft frames, railway wagons, machine frames, so tanks. So these are all the applications of that particular welding process. So coming to the overview, these are all the basic concepts where it has been started. What is the first, where it was the starting process, and from which year it has been done, and what are the different improvements in our welding. All these things are has been shared on our screen, and also coming to the overview, joining of two materials that caused at their contacting surfaces by the application of pressure and or heat. So this is the main definition. So here, weldment means the assemblies. Weldment means the assemblies. Sometimes a filler material to facilitate the collages. So right. So another one, the main advantage for this welding is the main advantage. First thing is it's a portable. That is the main advantage, and this is a permanent joint. This is a permanent joint and is stronger than the parent materials with a filler material, filler metal, filler metal. The most economical method to join in terms of material usage and fabrication costs, right? And what about the disadvantage? The disadvantage is expensive manual labor. And the second thing in our disadvantage is high energy and dangerous, does not allow disassemble and defects, right? So the welding operation is of 50 types of process. The welding operation is of 50 types of processes. So 50 types of processes we are having. American Welding Society also. American Welding Society also. So already we have been discussed about the applications. Coming to the applications, so the welding process itself is having an American Welding Society. So right. The applications, coming to the applications, the welding has been generally used in our constructions, piping, pressure vessels, boilers, and storage tanks. Already we have been discussed about the applications of the welding. So shipbuilding, aerospace, automobile, and railroad, right? So a welder, coming to the welder, what do you mean by welder? It's a manually controls placement of welding gun. So a welder can controls the placement of welding gun. So that means the welding gun, where we have to place the welding gun, it may be controlled by manually only. That the person who are using this welding gun operates this welding gun is known as the person itself is called as welder, right? Next, coming to the fitter. Who is a fitter? The fitter assists by arranging the parts prior to welding, and welding is inherently dangerous to human workers. It is the main point we have to in our earlier class. we have been concluded with this point only. So, welding is inherently dangerous to human workers, that means welders, the welders who are having certain dangerous situations. So, coming to that, so already we have been discussed. So these are all the on screen we are sharing. These are all the different types of welding process and its allied process. So these are all the advantages and these are all the disadvantages. And according to our requirement, the choice of welding may be divided. So these are all the different points. So these are all the different points what we have to choose the welding process. So coming to the gas welding, it has been introduced in 1903 and it's also known as the fusion welding process. It join metals, it join metals using the heat of combustion of an oxygen, air and fuel gas mixture, and intense heat thus produces metals, melts and fuses together edges of the parts to be welded with addition of a filler metal. So it is having a temperature of 3480 degrees. That means almost 3100 degrees onwards. We are calling it as a gas welding. So that means then oxyacetylene flame will produce a maximum temperature. So right. So coming to the all these things. So these are all the oxyacetylene welding. This is all about the oxyacetylene welding. Coming to the what are the dangerous conditions? What are the inherently dangerous conditions of a human workers? The inherently dangerous conditions of a human workers, coming to the first point, high temperatures of molten metals. The molten metal is having a high temperature. And the second thing is fire hazard fuels in gas welding. Fire hazard fuels in gas welding. So that means we are using fuels, different. Oxygen is natural thing, and acetylene. Coming to the gas welding, acetylene is one of the gas fuel which is hazardous. Some more extent, it is hazardous to the welders. And coming to the third point, electrical shock in electrical welding. In electrical welding, coming to the electrical welding, it is one of the main disadvantage. There must be a shocking treatment has been applied to the welders. And the next one is ultraviolet radiation. It's an arc welding. Arc welding, in our arc welding, it is one of the disadvantages. So each individual welding is having a separate dangerous conditions for the welders. So coming to the first thing, every welding operation, there must be high temperatures of the molten metal. When the molten metal is having high temperatures, there must be a spatters. Spatters may be rising from the welding place. Therefore, it's a hazardous thing, one thing for the welder. And the second one is fire hazard fuels in gas welding. So what are the fire hazardous fuels means acetylene is the, so on screen we are sharing oxyacetylene welding, oxyacetylene. So these are all the fuels. On screen we are sharing different fuels. One is propane, LPG. In our householding purposes, we are using a propane gas, LPG. So that's a chemical name for this one is C3H8. And the second one is natural gas, CH4, and acetylene, C2H2. So these are all the chemical names, right? And next one is MAPP, that is methyl acetylene propadiene. And next one is hydrogen. So these are all the different fuels we are used in our gas welding. So these are all the one of the okay, just these are all the different fuels which are hazardous in our gas welding, right? Okay. So these are all the different fuels which has been used in our gas welding. According to this, there must be certain dangerous conditions, hazardous, whatever else you are thinking. These are all the different conditions which has been admitted for the welder. And next one is electric shock in electrical welding.
మేడం మీ వాయిస్ లోగా వస్తుంది మేడం.
ఓకే, ఇప్పుడమ్మా ఆర్ యు నౌ ఆర్ ఆడిబుల్? ఇస్ ఇట్ ఆడిబుల్?
నో మ్యామ్.
Okay. High temperatures of molten metal, fire hazards, fuels in gas welding. Wait a minute. So now, are you audible?
ఎస్ మ్యామ్, పర్లేదు మ్యామ్, అనిపిస్తుంది.
అంటే రూమ్ క్లోజ్డ్ కండిషన్ లో ఉంది నాన్న. By somebody is disturbing our class, so the total staff is here right now. That's why we are closed our room, and then only we are taking the class. Okay, at closed conditions our voice is becoming very low. Okay, all of you put your headphones, right? So the electric shock in electric welding and ultraviolet radiation emitted in arc welding, and therefore a special helmet with a dark viewing window. A special helmet must be required for the ultraviolet radiation, right? Coming to the next one, sparks and spatters of molten metal and smoke and fumes. Therefore, it requires a good ventilation. These are all the things we have been discussed in our earlier class also. So right now, whenever we are moving for the automation, it's an automatic and robotic welding. It is an automatic and robotic welding. So what about the physics of the welding? So here it is a Coulson's mechanism. Coulson's mechanism, the total welding is depends upon the Coulson's mechanism. So fusion via high density energy and the process plan to determine the rate at which welding can be performed, the size of the region and power density. So here this is the oxyacetylene welding diagram. All of you just see clearly. One is the, here you can observe, one is the mixture of C2H2, that means acetylene plus oxygen. So according to our requirement, so in this what is happening, first discuss about the physics of that welding. What is the process was working on this welding? Just listen. Process plan to determine the rate at which welding can be performed and the size of the region and power density of fusion welding. So therefore, the power density we are calling it as a PD is equal to P by A. PD is equal to P by A. So this is the two stages. In the gas welding also it is occurring with two different stages. So these are all the oxyacetylene torches. So coming to this, the power density is P by A, where P is power entering the surface, and whereas A is the surface area in mm square. With too low power density, no melting due to. Here, what will happens here is, here the power density will occurs here. Just wait a minute. So right. So here the power density will occurs. So this is the total welding fusion area antam. This is called as fusion area. So in this fusion area, what is going on here? So that is the coalescence mechanism antam. So ఏమంటాం దీన్ని? Coalescence mechanism. అంటే here you can observe a filler rod and a mixture of C2H2 plus O2. So totally one of the gun is mixture of C2H2 plus O2 and another one is filler rod. So togetherly it will create a power density, that is PD is equal to P by A. Where P is equal to power entering the surface and A is equal to the surface area in mm square. So right, with this we are having with too low power density, no melting to be taken conducted into the work, right? power density whenever the power density is very low, therefore no melting may be taken here. So a melting process total a process మొత్తాన్ని కూడా ఏమంటున్నాం coalescence అంటున్నాం. So right, with too high power density metal vaporizes అంతే కదా. What will happens whenever the high power density will occurs, the metal may be vaporizes, therefore ineffected within a affected regions, right? Therefore must find a practical range values for high density. So in reality, pre and post heating and non-uniform is required. So for metallurgical reason, less energy and high heat density are desired. So right. So coming to the efficiency, approximate efficiency is oxy fuel gas. So that means oxyacetylene welding process, the efficiency may be uh, decreased very low, whereas compared to electron beam, it may be increased. So whenever the percentages we will discuss according to our requirement. So coming to this, we are having, first of all of you just know about the consumable and non-consumable electrodes. So consumable electrodes, so electrode means, so it is here you can observe, this is the filler rod. So electrode is also one of the filler rod. So consumable and non-consumable. So right. So so we are using consumable and non-consumable rods in GTA, some other welding process. So coming to the weldability, what is meant by weldability? Similar to machinability. Weldability is similar to machinability, but it defines the capacity of a metal to be welded in a suitable design and resulting weld joint to perform satisfactory in the intended service. The factors affecting weldability is welding process, base metal, filler metal, and surface condition. So these are all the factors affecting the weldability, right? And next one is base metal. Coming to the base metal, melting point, thermal conductivity. So this is the main base metal weldability. So these are the factors, right? And dissimilar or filler metals, strength, mismatch, and compatibility may be considered. And one more thing here we have to discuss is moisture and oxide film affects porosity and fusion respectively. So right. So we have to design the joint. First of all, we have to design the joint. So what we have to do is adhesive joints are not according to the coming to the joint, we are having so many things. So first thing is adhesive joints are not as strong as welded and brazing. You are also know about the, we are also having a topic known as brazing, soldering also. So right, joint contact area should be maximized. Contact area must be maximized. And and the one more thing here we are observing is according to our requirement. That means according to our choice, what is the different weldings we have been chosen. So joints should be designed so applied stresses are of these types. One is adhesive bonded joints are weakest in cleavage or bending. Joints should be designed to avoid these types of stresses. Joints should be avoid these types of stresses, right? So so these are the stages in our gas welding. So before starting the gas welding, we must know some more things, that is the geometry. So welding a sheet metal, how we can weld a sheet metal also. So coming all these, we are having so many things discussion in our topics. So we are having electrodes. First thing, we all know about the electrodes. Electrodes means in arc welding, an electrode is used to conduct current through a workpiece to fuse two pieces together. process, the electrode is either consumable in case of gas metal arc welding or shield metal arc welding, uh, shield metal arc welding, or non-consumable, such as in gas tungsten arc welding. It's a non-consumable, right? For a direct current welding, for a direct current system, the weld rod or stick may be a cathode for a filling type weld, or an anode for other welding process. For an alternating, wait, just wait. Correct. So this is the oxyacetylene diagram. Here you can observe what is the process was going on, carried out in our welding. Coming to this, we are having so many electrodes. Where we are using consumable electrodes, where we are using non-consumable electrodes. Consumable or non-consumable electrode means nothing but it's a filler metal, right? So for an alternating current arc welder, the welding electrode would be considered an anode or cathode. So alternating current electrodes, coming to this, for electrical systems which use alternating currents, alternating current, the electrodes are the connections from the circuitry to the object to be acted upon the electrical current, but are not designated anode or cathode, since the direction of flow of the electrons changes periodically, usually many times per second, many times. That means according to our gap filling, right? Coming to the type of electrodes, we are having electrodes for medical purposes. Uh, we are having so many types. So electrodes for physiology techniques, and electrodes for execution by an electric chair, electrodes for electroplating, electrodes for arc welding, cathodic preparation, and for inert electrodes. This is the one of the thing which is made up of platinum. The electrodes are made up of platinum. These platinum electrodes are mainly used in electrolysis. Right? Just mute yourself. Right. Coming to the gas welding. Gas welding, first thing, all of you just listen carefully. It's a group of welding operations. Burn various types of fuels mixed with oxygen, not only acetylene. We can mix a different number of types. Already we have been shared these types of fuels has been mixed with oxygen, and then it may be burned with it may be burned with oxygen. Therefore, the name according to the percentages, the gas names may be changed. So the welding includes all the process in which gases are used in combination to obtain a hot flame. To obtain a hot flame. To attain a hot flame, we are using different types of gases with a combination. Right? Those commonly used, gases are acetylene. So already we have been shared. So acetylene, natural gas, and hydrogen in combination with oxygen. Right? Oxyhydrogen welding was the first gas process to the commercially developed. Therefore, the maximum temperature developed by this process is 3600 Fahrenheit. Hydrogen is produced by either the electrolysis of water or passing steam over coke. The most used combination is the oxyacetylene process, right? The most commonly used process is oxyacetylene process, which has a flame temperature of, it is having a, so here you can observe the flames. So here this is the flame, oxyacetylene torch, this is the flame which is having a temperature of 3600 degrees Fahrenheit, right? Or, and the flame temperature is The most used combination is the oxyacetylene process. It's a very common process which has a flame temperature of 6,300 Fahrenheit. So, right. So, this is the temperature. Oxyacetylene welding is produced mainly by heating a flame, obtained from the combustion of oxygen and acetylene with or without the uses of filler material. No need to add a filler material. Sometimes it may be included also. So most often the joint is heated to a state of fusion, and as a rule, no pressure is used. Therefore, oxygen is produced by both electrolysis and liquefaction of air. So electrolysis separates water into hydrogen and oxygen by passing an electric current through it. Most commercial oxygen is made by liquefying air and separating the oxygen from the nitrogen. It is stored in steel cylinders. Mainly, these oxygen and other gas, whatever we are using, is stored in steel cylinder at a pressure of 2000 psi. That means, accurately I will say 14 megapascals. That is the correct units you also understood. So the pressure of that particular gas in that steel cylinders is 14 megapascals. The acetylene gas, that means C2H2, which is the chemical name of the acetylene gas, is obtained by dropping lumps of calcium carbide in water. The gas may be obtained by, so here we are using different gases. So acetylene. So already we have been shared the different fuels we are using. In that, the how we are obtaining the acetylene gas is, we are dropping the lumps of calcium carbide in water. Okay. Calcium carbide has been dropped in water. Therefore, the gas bubbles through the water, and any precipitate is a slacked line, right? The reaction takes place here. The reaction may be acetylene generator. This is all we have been discussed about the acetylene generation, how we can generate the acetylene. So right, so these are the reactions in the flame. Already we have been shared in our screen. That is the reaction after the burning of that acetylene and oxygen. But I am saying about the acetylene gas generation. How we can generate the acetylene means dropping of calcium carbide in water. Therefore, the gas bubbles throughout the water. Therefore, and we can add a precipitate in slacked lime. Therefore, the reaction takes place. The acetylene will be generates. Therefore, how the generating how we can generate the acetylene? What is the reaction we are having is, I will on screen, I will share. So I will write here the reaction. So CaC2 plus 2H2O is equal to CaOH twice plus C2H2. So this is the reaction of the acetylene generation. So here, after generation, the perfect gas loss describes the amount of gas. This is the reaction on screen. I have been written. This is the reaction that. Sir, 5 minutes. Sir, in class lo 5 minutes. Petrol ledanడి. నిజంగా అడుగు పెట్రోల్. So the gas bubbles throughout the water. So this is the reaction. The perfect gas loss describes the amount of gas available at a regulated pressure from a pressurized cylinder. So that is P1 V1 by T1, that is equal to P2 V2 by T2, where P1 V1 and T1 refer to the pressure, volume and absolute temperature in the cylinder. P2 V2 T2 refer to the regulated pressure. volume, and temperature. So the equipment, coming to the equipment, it's a wire feed unit, welding gun, and a wire feed unit. Already we have been we have been shared our diagram also. So the selection of electrode, how we are selecting an electrode here is the selection of electrode is used to be in GMAW in a complicated decision, as it is depends on the process variation being used, the composition of the metal being welded, the joint design, and the material surface conditions. The choice of an electrode strongly influences the mechanical properties of the weld area, making it a key factor in weld quality. Right? In general, it is desirable that the welded metal have mechanical properties similar to those of the base material, and that there may be no discontinuities such as porosity within the weld. To achieve these goals in different materials using different variations, GMAW, and a wide variety of electrodes exist, right? All contain deoxidizing metals such as silicon, manganese, titanium, and aluminum in small percentages to help prevent oxygen porosity. And some contain dendriting. Already we have been discussed about the dendriting metals such as titanium and zirconium to avoid nitrogen porosity. Depending upon the process variation and base material being used, the diameters of the electrodes used in GMAW typically ranges from 0.7 to 0.7 to 2.4 mm. That is the okay, I will say you in inches, 0.028 inches to 0.095 inches, but can be as large as 4 mm, that is 0.16 inches. The smallest electrodes are associated with short circuiting metal transfer, while the pulsed spray mode generally uses electrodes of at least 1.6 mm. So, right. So coming to the shielded gas, shielded gases are necessarily for gas metal arc welding. So this is about the GMAWs. So coming to our gas welding, the typical to perform gas metal arc welding, a welding gun is required. So coming to the gas welding, it's a combination. Already we have been discussed. It's a combination of different gases. Just wait. Okay. Oh shit. Okay. Today our network is very low, and at the same time our cell phone is also not supporting. Okay, thank you. We will discuss in our next class with oxyacetylene welding. Thank you.